Every single day you give away something valuable, something companies are desperate to get, something they quietly collect, track, analyze, and sell. Your data. What you search. What you watch. What you click on. Most people think this information is meaningless. But for the biggest companies in the world, it's worth billions. Because data is no longer just information, it's power. The more a company knows about you, the more accurately it can predict your behavior. And the more predictable you become, the easier you are to influence. Think about how strange this really is. Your habits, your interests, your routines, your emotions are constantly being measured. Not because someone cares about you, because your behavior creates profit. Every second you spend online teaches the algorithm something. What grabs your attention? What makes you emotional? What makes you stay longer? And over time, the system gets better at understanding you than you understand yourself. That's why ads feel so specific now. That's why products seem to appear right after you think about them. That's why social media feels impossible to leave. Because these platforms are designed to learn from you. And once they understand you, they can shape your behavior. Not aggressively, subtly. A small recommendation here, a suggested video there, one notification, one ad, one perfectly timed distraction. And slowly, your attention starts moving exactly where they want it to go. Now, here's the crazy part. Most people think they use social media for free, but they're not the customer. They're the product. Because companies don't make billions by giving people entertainment. They make billions by selling attention, your attention, to advertisers, to brands, to businesses competing for your time and money. And the more data they collect, the more valuable your attention becomes. This is why tech companies are obsessed with engagement. Why they fight to keep you scrolling. Why apps are built to feel addictive. Because every extra second creates more information, and more information means more profit. The system rewards distraction, not focus, not discipline, not long-term thinking. Distraction. And that becomes dangerous financially, because attention controls behavior, and behavior controls spending. Think about how often people buy things they never planned to buy. Not because they needed them, but because they were influenced. A recommendation. A trend. An ad. A perfectly edited video. And when millions of people are constantly being influenced, consumption explodes. That's why modern life feels so noisy. Everybody wants your attention. And attention has become one of the most valuable resources on Earth. More valuable than oil in some ways. Because if someone controls your attention, they can influence your decisions. And if they influence your decisions, they influence your money. This is why wealthy people protect their attention so carefully. They understand something most people don't. Focus is leverage. The ability to think clearly without constant distraction is becoming rare. And rare things become valuable. That's why some people stay trapped in cycles of impulsive spending, while others quietly build wealth. One reacts constantly, the other thinks intentionally. One is controlled by algorithms, the other controls their environment. And over time, that difference changes everything. Now, this doesn't mean technology is evil. It doesn't mean social media is bad. The real danger is unconscious behavior. Because most people never stop to ask, why do I want this? Why did I click that? Why am I spending money on this? They just react, and reaction is profitable for everyone except them. The modern economy is built around attention. Companies compete for it. Platforms monetize it. Algorithms optimize for it. And most people give it away for free, every day, without realizing its value. So the question isn't, is my data being collected? Of course it is. The real question is, who benefits from it more? You or the companies watching you? Because once you understand how valuable your attention really is, you stop treating it casually. You become more intentional, more selective, more aware. And awareness is where control begins.